My name is Taryn Turner. I am a senior performing arts major here at Clemson with a concentration in music, and I'm originally from South Burlington, Vermont, and this is my senior reflection. How I chose to become a voice major at Clemson was quite the unconventional path. I actually came into Clemson as an animal vet science major. I had auditioned and joined CU Singers for my first semester freshman year because I wanted to keep music a part of my life. I was very involved with theater, dance, singing lessons, drum lessons, all of those things all throughout middle and high school. But I came for animal vet science and I was in choir. I'll never forget my first Clemson choirs rehearsal. It was just magical to be able to be making music again. This was also after the COVID shut down, so I hadn't sung in person with a choir in a while. That was just a very inspiring experience. And every day that I came to rehearsal, it was my favorite part of the day, my favorite class. And eventually, at the end of that semester, I decided this is where I needed to be. These were my people. The Brooks Center felt like home. So I switched majors. So this Sunday is going to be my senior lecture recital. It's my capstone project as a student here at Clemson. There'll be a variety of musical genres that I will be singing from at my recital. I will have a lot of classical selections from the Romantic period mostly. I'll sing a bit of music from the 20th century in the classical realm. I'm also going to throw in some musical theater selections in there because that's kind of where I started, was with musical theater. And of course, there's going to be a couple Disney songs because what would my recital be without some Disney music? I spent last semester in the Disney College program, so I wanted to commemorate that with a few Disney selections. My musical theater pieces, I wanted to commemorate some of my favorite shows that I've done, such as Man of La Mancha. And then my classical pieces, there will be a few of my favorite arias, such as O mio babbino caro, Quando Membo, and Steal Me Sweet Thief from The Old Maid and the Thief. So to prepare for my senior lecture recital, I started choosing repertoire last spring when I was still a junior, kind of thinking about those things, especially since I wasn't going to be here in the fall. And then at the start of this semester, I finalized my rep list. And from there, it's mostly just a process of practicing and rehearsing that music. I have one-on-one lessons with Dr. Oda, my voice teacher here at Clemson. I did weekly coachings with Grace Berardo, our accompanist, and she will be the pianist at my recital. I also did a lot of personal practice just on my own, usually practicing for at least an hour every day, just my individual work. That's not counting the two choirs that I'm in and the other obligations that I have for singing. There's also a lot of research that goes into this, researching the composers, the time period, the music, and what about these particular songs makes it evoke the emotions that it does. So I needed to write a lot about that. Those will all be in my program notes. And it's also about collaboration with other people in the department and asking my friend Kenny, who works here, to help me with the technology side of things for the recital. I recruited one of my friends, Christian Walker, who's going to be playing a song in the recital. So it's just a lot of collaboration and research that I needed to start months ago. So this is a culmination not only of the last 4 years, but also this last semester of just putting all of those final pieces together. So this major has definitely shaped me as both a person and a performer. I think as a performer, I have gained a lot of confidence in who I am, not only as a singer, but also as a performing artist as a whole, and teaching me that I can sing in a variety of styles consistently and bring the same type of energy to, say, musical theater singing or pop singing as I do classical, which classical is more of my comfort zone when it comes to styles. So a lot of confidence has been built throughout this program in a healthy way, which I really appreciate. And that is a result of my teachers, Dr. Odom, Dr. Bernaducci, Dr. Lappin. I could go on and on. But that is a result of them encouraging me, mentoring me, and guiding me through the last 4 years. And of course, my biggest supporters are all the other voice majors who I love so dearly. I think as a person, I've grown in a lot of ways here. Also, just confident in who I am as Taryn, not performing artist, not singer, just Taryn. I've gained a lot of confidence through this major, and I've met so many wonderful people who are going to be friends for life. Not only the voice majors, but other people in choir, other performing arts majors. To quote Wicked, I've been changed for the good by all of these people. I just love them so much. Through my voice studies, something unexpected that I learned about myself is I can handle a lot of things at once. This major is not for the faint of heart. Right now I'm preparing for a recital. I have 2 choirs that I'm in that I'm preparing a concert for. I was in another friend's senior capstone and in a musical this semester. So it's just a lot and it can feel kind of overwhelming, but I was just surprised at how well I was able to tackle all of those things and still maintain good health, good vocal health. And again, a lot of that is just from support and guidance I've received from my fellow students and my teachers. They have all taught me how to take care of myself, take care of my voice, be professional, and tackle all of these things, which is going to help me in the long run with a career. Some of my favorite memories in the voice major has to be all of the fun major trips that we took. Every January, the voice majors would take a little weekend trip to go see an opera. We saw a couple operas in Atlanta, and this is just a good opportunity, one, for us to see a professional performance and learn from that, and two, just to bond and hang out and get to know one another. We also traveled to Europe as a choir a couple years ago to England and France. That was so much fun. And recently, we traveled to New York City and performed Mozart's Coronation Mass in C at Carnegie Hall. And what an incredible experience that was to sing in that magnificent hall with all of my friends and my favorite people at school. So definitely all the little trips that we get to take outside of Clemson really makes this community stand out. We just have so much fun together. After graduation, I will be doing a few young artist programs over the summer. I will be traveling to New York City and participating in Respiro Opera's Opera Intensive. So I'll be there for about 9 days, workshopping, working with professionals in the city, and there will be a performance at the end of the week where we sing our arias and duets we've been working on. This summer, I will also be going to Vienna, Austria, where I will be performing in the opera Pluto. I will also be the understudy for Musetta from La Boheme. I'm very excited for that opportunity. It's always been a dream to sing in Vienna, so hopefully this won't be the last time I'm singing there. If I were to give advice to younger voice students or those entering the voice major here at Clemson, I would say that this major is what you make of it. If there's something that you want to do and you don't really know how to do it or there's not a class for it, ask a professor, ask someone with that specialty interest, and ask how you can get more involved, or maybe you could take an independent study. This is just a very hands-on major, so don't just sit back and take your classes and cruise on by. Get involved, get your hands dirty, sing a lot, audition a lot, and if you explore all of these different areas of the major, you're going to find what your true interest is. Once you do that, there are endless possibilities for you. Once again, my senior capstone lecture recital will be this Sunday at 7 p.m. in the Samuel J. Caden Chapel. It's going to be a really fun time. I can't wait to see you all there. Thank you so much for listening, and I love you all. Mwah.